Like many Texas communities in the mid and late 19th century, Bryant became as a small town stop along the state's expanding railroad system. But from the very beginning, Bryant was different. It quickly set itself apart by flourishing into a vibrant and permanent center of business and trade. In the nearly 140 years since Bryant's founding, many others became ghost towns, but optimism and spirit and determination continues to define Bryant today. Before there was Bryant, there was Milliken. The Houston and Texas Central Railroad Company arrived in 1860, making it the northmost point and was a vital distribution center for freight and Confederate troops throughout the Civil War. In August 1867, the first train brought with it yellow fever. The majority of the original settlers were from Scandinavia.
Okay, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your experience here?
Yes, I'm Sherry Johnston. We bought this property November the 13th or 14th of 2013, I believe.
And when you say we, who is we?
I purchased the property, and then at the very same time,
Who all moved in here initially?
it was me, Mother,
Okay.
and Jimmy. We
Okay.
all three moved in together. We sold a house in town and moved here a
Okay.
year after my father died.
Okay.
Um,
Hold on. Your father died?
yes,
How old was he when he died?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Do you know the face that you seen in the shed? Did you get any description?
No, he didn't die here. He died
No,
in
I know,
town.
but that.
Did he have like a beard? No? Okay.
Okay.
No. My dad died about a year before we moved here.
Okay.
He had cancer, and he died in our home in town.
Okay.
The first time anything showed itself to me, and I don't know timelines per se,
Right.
but I remember the banging through the attic.
Banging through the attic, is it very loud?
It was real loud.
like
It was-
footsteps or just
No,
somebody
it was
banging?
like somebody just running through the attic banging.
Okay.
And I was standing in the hallway, and then I've also heard the bells ringing on the front door
Okay.
quite a few times.
Okay.
Since we moved them, I haven't heard the bells ring anymore.
Okay.
I was giving Jimmy a shower because he's not capable of showering himself,
Right.
and I thought somebody was using a hammer. I heard a hammering sound for maybe 30 or 45 seconds while I was giving him a shower, and then that stopped.
Okay.
The only other thing, there was a light up on the ceiling in the den, and Mother said, "Look at that light."
Uh-huh.
When I saw it, it had stopped moving.
Okay.
It was if we had a container, and it was like the light from the front of the house was going through the house and bouncing up on the ceiling.
Okay.
But it wasn't, because I could not, the way it was sitting, the container was sitting,
Mm-hmm.
for it to bounce on the wall where Jimmy saw it,
Right.
the sofa was in the way.
Do you know the time period it took for it to do that? To get from point A to point B?
I didn't see that. I only saw it when it stopped.
Okay. Okay.
They actually saw it moving from point A to point B.
Okay.
And
What about like when you're like in the bathroom here or anything? Do you feel like there's anything in there with you, like in the mirrors or anything like that? No. Okay.
no, the only other instant I felt
Mhm.
was I got on the telephone and was calling some priests at the different churches.
All right, what kind of priest?
I don't know. Whoever
Okay,
would call me back.
okay,
Well, one called me back,
okay,
and this. I've been happy all day just doing stuff.
right,
There's plenty to do around here, so I was just going about my business. And
Right.
after I talked to that priest,
mm-hmm.
this heavy, depressing, panicky, I felt like the breath was being squeezed out of me
Yeah,
for a long, it felt like a long time. I could be wrong with the amount of time, but it seemed like a couple of hours till Mother and Nathan recognized what was going on, and they prayed over me, and
okay. So yeah,
it
that's
dissipated.
something could be attached to you, and it actually just to put it to you this way, something can enter your body and you not even know that you have something in you. By speaking to the priest, it upset and caused anxiety to whatever's inside you. That's a possibility. I can't say 100% for sure. With Jean Bowman in Bryan, Texas, at her home, and go ahead and tell us when you moved here.
We moved here we bought the house in November, and we actually moved in the first part of December
Okay. Now you were saying
2013.
2013, and you were saying that because when we did the tour earlier of the garage, we experienced something in the garage, right? And you were saying some of your husband's tools are still in that garage.
He gave most of his tools to Nathan,
Okay.
and Nathan has some of those tools that he took, but he brought them back.
Okay.
And then there's just odds and ends of all kinds of tools that he used, screwdrivers and pliers and different things like that,
Okay.
that were his for many years, even some saws that belonged to his father.
Oh wow, his father.
Yes.
What did his father look like?
He was a tall man,
Uh-huh.
at least when I knew him, slender
Okay.
but tall, hard-working man.
Uh-huh.
My husband was one of the younger of 9 children.
Did his father have a beard?
Most of the time, no.
Okay. Okay. And your husband didn't wear a beard?
No, he never had a beard.
Okay.
They were itchy.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. I know. They are itchy. Yeah, I just shaved mine off not too long ago.
The reason that we sold the house in town is
Okay.
because we wanted a garden and more space for doing, although that has tended to be more of a burden because everyone in our household, I'm old. I'm 76. I'll be 77 in
You don't,
July.
yeah, you don't look it, so.
And I have good genes.
Yeah. Well, your name's Gene. So we're sitting here with good Gene.
Yes. And
Good.
I guess I was ready to make a change,
Okay.
which has been more difficult than we anticipated. The house required more work than we anticipated. It was slower getting done, and it was a really stressful time.
So since the time that you moved here, have you been experiencing paranormal activity?
My money being moved around from place to place, and I
Okay.
can't remember how much money I gave Sherry, but there were 3 different instances where money appeared that had not been there before.
Right.
It was like someone was paying me back for the money I gave Sherry.
Okay. Okay. And the bells, that was on
And
the door.
the bells rang for months.
Okay. With the shadow that you seen in the living room, what did you seen it move from point A to point B?
No, it was just there,
Okay.
and then it was gone.
Okay. How long was it there, would you say?
Just a few seconds.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It seemed to disappear as Nathan, reacted to seeing it there, it was gone.
Okay.
And then there was a light shining on the ceiling
Okay.
that started against the wall. I didn't see it at first, and Jimmy said, "Look at that light," and it was slowly moving,
How long do you think it was moving, and how far?
maybe 10 feet.
10 feet in a period of what time?
A minute or 2 minutes, it was moving slowly,
Okay.
and then it stayed there.
Okay.
And we thought, well, it must be the sun coming from, reflecting off of, but the light was white, and what it was reflecting off of was, I think, orange.
Okay.
And I don't know about light reflection, so,
Oh, that's okay.
but we could move the handle, we could move I think it was the tote that was there.
Mm-hmm.
But there was no way that we could get it to go back
Right.
anywhere close to where it started, which was out on the ceiling at the wall.
Okay. All right. Okay then. Okay, this is Timothy Mark. I'm sitting here with Nathan. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience in the house and how long you've been living here?
Let's say a year, minutes before y'all got here. Full body apparition in the kitchen. First time I've ever seen color of clothes. Rust t-shirt, blue jeans, black boots, 6 foot tall. Appeared, rounded the corner, disappeared. Had the gait kind of my uncle. It reminded me of him a little bit.
How tall would you say he was?
6 feet.
6 feet? Okay. Right on.
And then, but after the little boy, and I started hearing the thing starting to amp up in regards to beating on the walls at night.
Now, does it sound like actually somebody's hitting with their fist, or maybe kicking the walls, or just bumping into the wall?
No, it's somebody hitting it with their fist.
Okay.
And they're running along the top. It's something wicked because it has to be holding against the wall and running on the wall up in the very top corner of the wall. Nothing can walk and beat that high like that.
Right.
So
And that is happening in the hallway?
it's happening in the bathroom and it's happening in the living room on that wall.
Okay.
The corner over by the fireplace is a really hot spot for
Okay.
it. For some reason it likes in that corner.
Yeah.
Other things was first I thought this was a young girl.
Right.
And as we discussed it, as it progressed and things got to amping up, that yes, it was more demonic than it was being the little girl. I have done the flashlight
Yes.
test and everything, and literally have had concrete conversations with it.
Yeah.
Um,
Have you ever tried the white noise? Just any kind of white noise?
mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't know how to do some things, so I kind of
I'll show you. I'll show you. It's really, you can even put an app on your phone and generate white noise from an app.
okay.
That's, everything's progressing so much these days. But hopefully after the day you won't have to do that. So
I hope so.
Yeah.
I've literally physically have pushed things out, and have had guttural growls at me because they were really mad, and it was around the same time that it was physically attacking my sister, and that's when I had enough and just started pushing it out. And then things out in the orchard, just so many different things. I mean, different people, different. It just it's bam, 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 and it's really heavy out there in some areas. It's not good.
yeah.
And
Tell us a story a while ago. You were saying about your relative that was in the Texas war.
okay, we've had several relatives. John Burleson was a great grandfather. His Bible is in the Alamo Museum.
Okay.
He fought alongside Sam Houston.
Okay.
Was one of his close confidants.
Okay.
and all through this area from Houston all the way up to Austin, all the way through what they called Brazoria back at that time.
Okay.
This was the Brazos,
Yeah.
and that's where they were fighting the Mexicans. It was all up through here.
Yeah.
And so that's, I'd been picking up something out there that of Indian nature, and then she brought up the Civil War, and it's like, no, and then my mom and I were talking, and then it all hit that, no, okay, I know what this, it was an actual soldier from the Texas-Mexican Wars, and then the Indian stuff, it all just meshed and came together and made sense.
Okay.
And so,
Yeah. That's awesome. So you heard the bells ringing on the door as well, right?
I was, yeah, they told me about the bells at first, and I was like, yeah, right. And I did everything in my power to debunk it. I mean, I jumped up on the ground, I pushed on the doors, I did everything to make it sound, but how I did it, it did not sound like it did. And so, and I've literally seen the bells go shake
Yeah.
and ring, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah.
There was no wind blowing,
Mm-mm.
nobody. Yeah.
Nothing, dead calm.
Okay.
And
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do what we can to make the negative energy go away. At least we don't believe in getting rid of positive energy, but we're gonna try to get rid of the negative energy. And positive energy wouldn't be trying to scare you anyway.
mm-hmm.
So yeah.
There's good things here.
Yeah.
But there's some really bad things.
Right.
I mean, bad.
Yeah, I believe it. I feel it. Yeah.
And it's, I have really, really bad pain issues, and
Where's your pain issues at?
I have complex regional pain syndrome I got hurt overseas in Iraq.
Oh, okay, right on. So
And-
you're a veteran?
Yes.
All right, I'm a veteran too. That's cool.
Yeah. Back in 08, 07, 08, and then it's just I played heck, and it really here.
Yeah.
And I stayed. The only reason I stay here as much as I do is because of my mom and my sister being on their own.
Yeah.
And it just, they feel more comfortable with me here.
Yeah, yeah, you should be here. Yeah.
And so, bought that camper and
Yeah.
go out there and stay in it. And they were having a well was going to be drilled out here, but it's not being now. So that's why I was out here waiting for all that to take place.
Your well would do really well here with this all this water here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but that's not going to happen now. So.
Okay. Well, yeah, we're gonna do what we can, and we're gonna go ahead and grab some stuff out the car and get started.
Okay.
At the very beginning of where I had my teaching job. I just didn't screw right to the back.
Okay, let's go in here. Come on.
There's some snakes hiding about in there, is there?
Well, that's why I got the light on right now. There could very well be. That I don't know. So go ahead and shut that door.
You're not going to be consumed with mothballs? Because that's not very good to breathe for any length of time.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me do this. Okay, this is Timothy Mark and Alexandria Horsky. And we're in Bryan, Texas, in a shed here. We're about to go dark in a minute. And just making sure there's no snakes in here. And we're at a severely haunted home. And we're going to take a look at everything in case something moves. And I don't remember the last name of this family, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, well. So, okay. So hold on for a minute.
Is somebody standing right behind you there, Timothy? Can you feel somebody standing there?
Yeah, I do actually.
just want you to make contact with
I
us.
feel like a chill in my back.
Yeah.
What is your name?
In that corner in the back part there, that's where it's coming from.
Tell me something about yourself.
Yeah, I feel like come over here, come on here. Stick your hand in here. You feel like a chill in the air, like you, hold on, just leave your hands. You feel like, are you getting any kind of goosebumps or anything?
It's just, I can feel the temperature variance.
Yeah.
It's just a fluctuation in temperature, but you can really feel it.
Do you want us to leave you alone?
Okay. Yeah, you can feel it. I can feel it. But I'm about to go dark again. I just want to get like this right here. See if I can pick up on any orbs. Of course, you see the people watching this will see various insects.
Make something move.
However, we're looking for orbs right now, and you'll be able to distinguish the orb from the insect.
Do you want us to help you?
Look very closely at the bottom of the screen and you'll see a spirit shoot straight up right there. Here one more time, look again, right there, going straight up to the top of the screen. Let's show one more time. Here we go, very slowly, right there. You can easily tell it is not a bug. I mean, you can see them crutches moving, right?
Yeah, I can see them. It's swinging, the crutches are moving.
There's no air, just so everybody can see. There's no air in here.
It's very dead calm in here. There's no way that would be moving from.
If you look closely, you see another orb coming. We slowed down the video so that you can see it. And also the crutch was swinging unassisted for quite some time, almost the whole time that we were in the garage. But see the orb, watch, keep watching. Here it comes, here it comes. Here it comes, see, right there.
Any kind of wind or anything in here. We've got the door closed.
The door is closed. It is on a nail, but it's been moving for quite some time right now.
Was that your crutch? Did you used to use that crutch? Did you have something wrong with your leg? It's still moving.
Still moving.
Are you able to swing it a little bit harder or faster? You can use one of our energies if you want to make it move harder and faster. Because I can feel you doing something with my right hand, because my right hand feels like it's tingling right now. So you can use the energy in my right hand, and you can make that.
Your hairs are standing up on you.
Yeah. It's like a bolt of electricity is on my right hand.
Yeah, the electricity's standing up.
So you can use the energy in my hand if you want.
I don't know if the people at home watching can see, but these crutches are still moving. Oh, did you just see that?
Mm-hmm.
That blur that just went to hit the camera?
Keep using my hand, because I can feel that my hand is actually going numb now, because you're taking the energy from my hand.
And you can see all the way up there. It is sitting on a nail. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Keep going.
Keep using my right hand, because you are using the energy in my right hand, because my hand is now going numb.
You're obviously moving the crutches. The crutch. Is this your crutch?
Yeah, from the wrist down, my whole hand is numb. I can't. There's no feeling in my hand. It just feels like.
I see like the static electricity. Your hairs are standing up on your arm.
Mm-hmm.
Actually. Yeah.
Yeah. You're taking the energy from my hand here.
Yeah. Okay.
You can use more of my energy if you can make that crutch swing a little bit harder or faster, because it's still moving.
It's still moving after all this time. It's still moving. There's no wind in here. There's no ventilation, no AC, no nothing. There's no reason that thing should still be moving. Wow.
I can feel like something's actually.
You see this, right?
I can see that, definitely.
You can see it right here.
Mm-hmm. And that takes a lot to move that.
Moving.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no air, no anything. And it's still moving. All right, here, we need to know what your name is. Communicate with us. Why are you haunting these people here? Are you friendly? Are you evil? What is your name? It's getting harder. Do you see that?
Exactly.
What is your name?
Use more of my energy if you need to communicate, please. 'Cause
What is your name?
come on, my whole right side is numb
Keep that
now.
crutch moving. Can you move it any further than that? Or is that all you can do? Is that all you can do? Come on now. Move it.
You can do better than that. Come on, you can do far better than that.
Kind of disappointing me a little bit, actually. All right, for the folks at home, what we're about to do is about to switch it back to darkness right now. As you can see, this thing is still moving. No reason for it to be moving.
There.
Okay.
No. And they know he's there. This is later. They don't stay out this late.
Okay. So they're probably ready to go into that garage, huh? Oh, over there to this stuff.
See the opening there?
Uh-huh.
He's back in there and he's going, don't stay. And everything's black. They're all right.
Hey, hold up. Stop. No, shine that light where you were. Shine it back. No, to the left. Right there. Do you see that shadow? Well, that's probably the shadow. I don't know. Do you see that shadow?
I see, it's almost like from the knee down.
Yeah.
From the knee down.
Let's walk straight towards
Yep.
that.
Oh.
Well, do you see it?
Yeah. They're stuck on the post. Look out.
Oh, yeah. It just disappeared.
Yes.
It just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
It just disappeared. For everybody that may look at this, there was almost like a knee popping out behind that tree. I don't know about water and moss.
Go that way.
Yeah, but yeah, there was definitely something. You seen it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's just
Yeah.
from the knee down, yes.
But y'all did see it behind that tree over there. There was something standing right behind that tree that light's on right
And
there.
there's something moving further down. Can anybody see that?
Yes,
It's lurking around there.
it's multiples. There's
Yes.
more than there was like 4 or 5 people out there at one time a while ago, and they were
Oh,
all
yeah.
in just one
Stacked one behind
Stacked.
the other.
kind of offset of each other.
But you see stuff that other people can't see too.
He was actually wearing some kind of,
Oh wait,
look, he's there.
crap!
Way past where you're doing the
Yeah.
light there, yes.
Yes.
Here he is.
See the farthest tree in the back? Watch. You'll see there's a light with a little small light source with it.
There is a light source there. But he's asking me to come closer. He wants me to come closer. He wants to show me something.
Okay. Well, before we walk into the woods searching after these, let's deal with what's in the house.
Okay.
Because these are outside. We know there's about 20 of them out here, right? So that's awesome, man.
His name is William.
It's spicy.
Have you heard the name William?
No.
But his name is William.
Follow me.
Yeah. Now this bedroom had many, many, many insects, but you can clearly see the orbs as well. So I'm gonna be over here. You're gonna be there. You're gonna be there.
Okay.
Y'all wanna come in and close the door? Or?
She's staying in her room.
Okay, you wanna come in here then?
Yeah.
Close the door? Okay.
They like me.
Okay, so basically, hold on for 1 second. If you notice here, there's lots of orbs around Alexandria. And in one point towards the end, keep looking and watch for it. You'll see an orb shoot to her head. It's going to go right into her head. Actually, there's 2 orbs that just went right to her head. And then one's going to come right back out. Right. Keep looking right there. You see it. Oh, yeah?
It's trying to taunt him.
Well, it can't taunt me. Come on. Man.
Catch me if you can.
I know it's near you. I just picked it up right here. Oh yeah, man, it's near you, dude. I mean, like it just actually encompassed. Oh yeah, you just had an orb shoot out of your head, man. It just shot right out of your head. Oh yeah, dude. It's just on you right now. Oh man, that 2 orbs just shot from you into this camera. Okay, just so you know, you've been asked by Sherry to leave this home, and you've been invited. Oh yeah, it's yeah.
It's trying to.
And you've been invited into my home. Again, you can do this peacefully, or you can do this forcefully. You're gonna leave Nathan, and you're gonna come with me. You're no longer invited into Nathan either. You're gonna leave this property, period. Oh yeah, dude. Look at the camera again, man. Look at the camera again. Oh, your eyes, man.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Did you see it?
Yeah. Totally.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. This camera, what it does is we're shooting in night vision. Hey, look, just so you see, we're shooting in night vision. Night vision right here will pick up like orbs, like different light anomalies and stuff. When I shine it at him, you see, look. You see, look. You see, look. You see, look. Listen closely to hear if you can make out what this spirit is trying to tell us. This is a slow down replay. Look at his eyes. That's a spirit in him. Dude, you got a spirit in you, man.
I know it. Yeah.
Okay. Listen closely to see if you can make out what this strange voice is in the background. Okay. Okay. Look at the orb from behind the chair. Come do that to me.
I'm sweating.
Oh, dude.
Profusely.
Yeah, man, you just had an orb come out of your back. All right.
Turning up from the inside out.
Okay, you just got scratched. So let's. On that note, let's go to the living room and take a break for a minute.
Yeah, I agree.
I
I'm here
wanna
for
see.
a while.
Yeah.
Go for it, too. Get out of here. I don't want you to leave.
We can cut the light back on for a minute and just review what happened in here.
You go turn the lights on.
Okay. You okay?
Now I'm gonna go out in the garage with
You,
this.
if you notice, when I use the cuss word, that's when it scratched you. Those words are very powerful. That's a demon being at mocked the Trinity. Could have swore I just seen a light out there. But
Hey, so I need to come out here. The sweet smells in the garage.
Is it the
Yeah.
pungent smell?
Yes.
Ooh, I can smell it just
Right
even before I
here.
even walk in here. Wow.
yeah,
Smell it?
Oh yeah.
oh yeah,
Very strong, overpowering.
oh yeah.
Ooh.
What does it smell like to you?
That's it. That's the sweet smell.
Yeah, it's almost like fermented grapes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, like rotting fruit, something rotting.
Yeah.
It's very sugar laced, like very just rotten.
I don't know. It smells bad shit.
Yeah. Let's take a break from that. We just scratching the surface right now.
Oh, I just got the bird.
Okay, you can cut that one off now.
I got the bird.
What happened?
It's in there going, gave me the bird.
Gave you the bird?
No, it was like, come on, and
Okay. We just come in and shut the door. Okay. Well, can we close this or no? Well, this should come in. Okay. I don't know if you need me to hold it over here.
in his, I don't know why, this room's okay.
I don't feel anything. I feel light.
Yeah, it's this room's good.
Yeah, that should be enough actually. Just to try to keep it. Oh, okay.
There's no lights back there.
Okay, so we're what's the address here again? You don't have to get a street name, but just a number.
10157.
10157 in Bryan, Texas, and we're gonna leave the highway off. But so we're in Miss Bowman's room, Bowman, right?
Yeah.
And we're here. We're gonna run a white noise deal in here and see what happens. So we're just so you know, Miss Bowman, we're gonna cut the light off. We was just in Sherry's room, and Nathan over there was scratched on the arm. So let's see what's gonna happen in this room. And actually, it just cut my my camera off. Now I got it back on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You get that? The interruption?
Yeah. It's okay. Just to document this session right here, I've had several orbs fly into the camera. There's a light staying up there at the corner over there. It keeps coming on and off, and right now y'all can see the camera's flickering right now as I'm pointing it at him, and he has a glowing set of eyes looking at me. My thought on this is that light's staying in that corner because he's staying over there against that wall. And
But it was, when I was over there, it started, and
Yeah.
it drew me over here.
yeah, it did. Oh, you just have Alexandria. Something was just on your left leg.
I know. I can feel that.
It's an orb that just came out of your left leg. Okay.
This whole area here is just.
Oh yeah, man. You got okay, so we definitely got a situation. All right, yeah. There's quite a few orbs in this room. More than I thought. I mean, that shows you how deceiving an environment can feel. Because when we first came in here, it felt very light, but now it's anything but.
My mom's always, she's fighting depression a lot.
Y'all can find the y'all can see the camera flickering. Can I film it here? Y'all can see the camera was flickering just a minute ago. Oh yeah, it just
Put your hand in here, Nathan.
oh yeah, look. Yeah.
What is that?
Okay.
Florida water. Does that make you feel any different? No?
Hey, rub that on my neck.
You should. No, absolutely not. That's what it's there for. Let me know if you feel anything different with that. Yeah. Feel different? What do you feel?
you feel calm, right?
I can exhale just a little.
Yes. If you would have a lot more, it would help you.
I'll take a bath and then do that.
It might help get rid of what's inside you because they don't like it.
Okay, well, we know that this room is, we'll wrap on this room and go back, reset in the living room. Somebody got the flashlight? Wow, I did not expect that in this room. Huh.
Alright. We'll turn on the other side.
Wow. Your mom's room is not untouched. I can't tell, but there's definitely, I mean, if actually in her room, on the wall, a light was flickering like 4 or 5 times. It just appeared on the wall, a ball of light.
Right.
She seen it.
Did you see it though?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Activity. I mean, so far, the only room in the house we didn't pick up anything on was the den, where y'all seen the spirit and stuff. So right now, this would be considered the dining room. So we're in the dining room. Okay.
This is the dining room.
So we're all in the dining room, and we're going
It
to.
was before we filled it with freeze-dried stuff. And,
Oh, yeah. Freeze. What is them little white things up there in that jar?
Which one?
They look like marshmallows. So them.
they're marshmallows.
Oh, I thought are they free? Is it freeze dried marshmallows?
Yeah, freeze-dried marshmallows.
Oh, really? What happens when you freeze dry something? Are they edible?
Yes, of course.
Oh, you can eat them.
Here,
Let me try one.
let's have a little taste test thing.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, they are good.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be a doctor.
Over, and I'll go wash my hands and get some samples.
That is awesome.
It's good.
Wow.
And this, if it's kept at 70 degrees, and we put them in Mylar bags
Mm-hmm.
and seal them, they'll last for 20 to 25 years.
Yeah.
Just a minute here. All right, I just want to recap. Like we just left the pantry room back there in the back with our lights on, and the feeling was Miss Bowman. You said something had touched your arm when we first started.
It was just a pressure against the back of my arm, right above the elbow.
Okay, so that's one physical communication right there. And Sherry, what did you say happened to you?
I felt cold.
You felt chills.
No, not chills. I felt cold.
Just a cold.
Like, was in our room when we lived
Yeah.
in, and we felt cold. I felt cold from about the back of my leg down.
Okay. What about you, Nathan? I know that here's the thing, Nathan, throughout the night here has been scratched quite a few times. And you definitely got scratched again in the back area. Actually, can we get that real quick? I want to show you. On this. Okay.
I think you're gonna see more.
Yeah. Okay, so basically you can see, oh, hold on, let me readjust this. You can see right here, there's 2 scratches right here, and then there's more right here. And this just happened in the pantry. So Nathan's been scratched several times throughout the night here. So this is actually not quite the experience for you. And that room right there. So yeah.
And he is going Is there?
Does he usually do that? Or is it because we're awake here? Or
No.
No, because of the,
Hey,
what's
baby.
happening in the house.
yeah.
He's terrified.
He's just stirred up.
Just want to see if I can pick up on any orbs.
The same person top of my head starting.
I can see the color of your face is a bit, like a very deep red now from your neck up.
It's getting hot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it in here.
If you look closely, you'll see an orb in the top right-hand corner approaching the screen. See? That was the orb. There's another orb. Throughout the night, this place has been filled with orbs, paranormal activity, scratches, you name it. Definitely a haunted location. What were you saying? They were attacking?
Tag teaming to make sure that nothing, that any protection can't happen.
Oh wow. There was an orb that just came from you straight to the camera. That's crazy.
Yeah, we need to go back there again.
To her room?
Yeah, because it doesn't need to be here.
Oh, we're going to. But right now, we're going to knock out every room first and then go back. And you got orbs coming from you. Actually, Sherry, you just had one come from you. Two. There's 2 orbs that came from you.
Explain that.
What an orb is?
Round balls of energy.
Yeah, round balls of energy, yeah. Typically,
What does leaving mean? What does
an orb leaving.
coming
Or
from them?
coming from us. What is that?
It's like coming out of your body, coming towards the camera. And there was one that was just sitting on your neck. When you see the video,
What does it mean?
it means that there's a spirit that was coming out of her. A ball of energy.
And it's not necessarily, sometimes not even coming out of someone, but coming from right there.
From time to time, you'll see little bugs flying. That was an orb. Keep looking, that's a bug. You'll see the differences. That was a bug. That was a bug. You can clearly see the differences between the bugs and the orbs. That was an orb. Yep.
But it's a sign of good, bad, neutral.
It could be either or, actually. An orb's a ball of energy, spiritual energy, and in the case of the pizza garden, if you ever watch that video there's an orb that shot through the bar and it was going back towards the kitchen. When we slowed down the footage, you see that it was a winged creature within the orb. Sometimes I did a video on YouTube just called Orbs, and I showed a couple of different orbs. One of them slowed down, it's coming out of a bathroom and going into a bedroom. And I've slowed it down, it's very translucent. You can see right through it. And it's just a ball of energy. There's no one that can tell you if it's good or bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. People can pretend, but they don't know. You don't have that. We don't have that answer. You know, a priest will probably try to answer that question, but how do they know? You know.
I bet you I got them flying on top of my head.
You think on top of your head? Well, when I shine the camera at you first, the camera goes blurry. Yep, an orb just came out of your leg, actually.
Look at my eyes.
There's quite a few balls of energy in here. when you see when I do the video and put it together, you'll see like little bugs flying around. They're solid, right, and they're smaller. The orbs are bigger and they're clear. You can see through them. How you feeling over there, Sherry?
I feel fine.
It's all over here.
Okay.
But when you said there were orbs coming, I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
It's having a party right here.
It's having a party. That's the first time I heard it described like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's his facetious self.
That's how it does.
It's fist bumping, New Jersey style.
Oh, okay. Right on. Okay, what I'm gonna do is go dark again and just
Never be my guide. Step back, Satan. Never tempt me with your vanities. What you offer me is evil. Drink your own poison. May the Holy Cross be my light. May the dragon never be my guide. Step back, Satan. Never tempt me with your vanities. What you offer me is evil. Drink your own poison. May the Holy Cross be my light. May the dragon never be my guide. Step back, Satan. Never tempt me with your vanities. What you offer me is evil. Drink your own poison.
This path will lead you to an unholy place.